Hi, I'm Gail Grimmett. Welcome to Culture Crew with the one and only flight attendant extraordinaire, Perry de Vlugt. You have quite the story and quite the collection. And honestly, I think our director of archives is going to spend the night here, and we're going to have to come pick her up.
She can stay right here in these lie flat seats.
But you're going to want to run her through security because she might take a few things along the way.
There is a metal detector here on your way out.
Excellent. I'm not surprised considering we have a lab and everything else along the way. You have had a storied history with Delta, 42 years as a flight attendant, which in and of itself is extraordinary. I was so fascinated as you were telling me your story because I'm an accidental entry into aviation. I saw a job in the Wall Street Journal and it sounded interesting and I loved it, and it just happened to be at Delta. You, on the other hand, knew from like the time you were very, very young that you were going into aviation.
Mom and Dad came from Europe to the States, from the Netherlands, and we had relatives that worked for KLM. And when we would fly home and visit, I would get a lot of the KLM swag, postcards, die-cast models, kitty wings, things like that. Yeah. And at that point in my life, I was like, wow, these are really cool. And that started my passion for airplanes and branding, because it all looked really cool and neat together. And so from that point on, I was just fascinated by airplanes. Dad would take us to the observation decks in San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. We'd just watch the planes and smell the jet fuel, and it was like, all right, I gotta work here. So I started going to airline trade shows, memorabilia trade shows that I found out about, and started collecting things there, sending letters to airline offices to collect things.
I love your letter, by the way, because I read it. He has this old letter on the wall, and for at such a young age, you were so specific with the PR department of, here are the 10 things I would like for you to send me, right? And even to the point that then you even wrote in the annual report.
Annual report, 1979, so yes, it goes way back.
Yeah.
And I would get all these things, and I remember the mailman coming to the house one day and knocking on the door to give packages, because I would send these out in batches. And the mailman said, "Is your son working on a school project?" And Dad said, "I think my son is a project." And from that point forward, I just started collecting more and more. And then when my career started at Delta, through somebody I met at the trade shows.
42 years ago.
I switched my collection just to Delta branded items.
Yeah.
And what started out in a little 2-level bookcase has grown into about 1,500 square feet now.
As you started collecting as a child, was everything just in that 2-story bookcase, or were you the one whose parents were like, what are we doing with all of this?
At home, in my bedroom, I had a lot of different types of memorabilia from different airlines. And I had things on the closet doors. I actually had airplane seats in my room. I actually used those seats in my resume with Delta, because when you're 18 years old applying for a job, what do you put on a resume at that age? So I had blank space, and my dad took a picture of me standing with the seats and the memorabilia in the background. And when I came in for the interview, one of the secretaries said, "We don't know what's going to happen, but your pictures made us call you because we wanted you to come in and see who you were."
I love it. I love it. I'm looking around the room. I almost started crying, and just because this is so emotional, the pride that you have, or that we all have in this company, but the pride you feel when you walk into this room. Is this a full-time job aside from flying? Because I'm looking at how much you have gathered over the years. This is unbelievable.
It takes a lot of work and time.
Where do you find most of your stuff?
These days, online.
Okay.
Online auctions, and then I'll go to airline memorabilia trade shows.
Like the ones that,
year.
like the collectible shows that we run. Okay.
They have the large one every summer, Airliners International, and that's like a 3 to 4 day event.
Yep. Is there anything out there that you don't have that you are dying to have?
I've always had my eye on a Lockheed Constellation model, a Connie, a large scale, 1/100 scale. I like picking up pieces, especially that have Utah connections with the company, because I came here 39 years ago, and it was all new to me, and watching the company grow here, and so trying to preserve some of the history from some of the things that we've done.
Do you have a favorite piece here?
We're sitting on it.
Oh, look at that. What a coincidence. I didn't know that was going to be the answer, by the way.
The L-1011 is my favorite plane. I had a lot of my firsts with the company on the plane, my first pass writing trip. My flight to the interview was on the L-1011. When I came to in-flight, my first working trip was on the L-1011. And so when I found these seats that we're sitting in, I had to have them.
Which one of the items here was the hardest for you to find?
There is a framed piece with all these logos.
Yeah.
That is a gift for 1,000,000 milers at Delta.
How long has it taken you to build this collection? All 40 years?
This is all 42 years of collecting since day one.
What makes Delta different? In your mind, spending 42 years, look, if you just loved aviation, you could have gone to any other airline, right? But what is it, tell me what is it that kept you at Delta?
A lot of it is the people. I do enjoy being able to talk to anybody you want to talk to when you need to. And the opportunities it's presented to me, I mean, the places I get to see.
Do you redesign at all? Like, I mean, are you moving things around?
I do shift things,
is a beautiful setup.
Just like anything, you know, change is good.
Yeah,
you know, I might want to move something or change uniforms out on some of the mannequins. And I'm glad I just don't have to feed all these people down here.
Well, that's true. There's a lot of mannequins down here, that's for sure.
We have 22 employees here.
Oh my gosh. I saw that you have some Western stuff here, which again, very important to Salt Lake as a whole. But you know, we're a company made up of 42 different airlines. Yeah. Do you have any of our other airlines, a lot of things from there as well?
More things from Western, a few things from Pan Am, a few uniforms from Northwest. But the big Wally bird that you saw here, which was, I think, was used at city ticket offices or displays for events and promotions. And a friend of mine who actually saw me looking at it said, "You have to get it. It's because of Western you ended up in Salt Lake City."
True.
Even as an original Delta employee, but I'm like, because of them, I'm here. So
when you look, like, is there anything that you gravitate to when you come down to say, this is my best treasured memory?
My large scale models from the Salt Lake Olympics.
Yeah, the 2002 ones?
2002 games.
I was here for 2002.
Here.
I was running investor relations, and I was here with some of the investors.
Yeah, that brings back a lot of memories because I also volunteered
Salt Lake did
games.
a great job at those. Great job at them.
We did well with that.
What do you think has changed the most over the years on the whole, like, for the flight experience?
Food has really changed. I remember the day in Salt Lake, if anything pretty much to the West Coast, we had hot meals.
Yeah.
And you had to start cooking on the ground, which is a big no-no today. But if you want us to serve this between here and San Francisco, we need to start cooking now.
Yeah.
And all that went away, you know.
What have you loved best about the Delta culture?
As I may have mentioned earlier, being able to talk to people in different levels of the company, where other companies just don't have that opportunity to do that.
I've been eyeing that plane because I love bling, and that is a beautiful plane.
Yeah, the Las Vegas 767. It's covered with Swarovski crystals.
Of course it is. Yeah. And do you spend your time on eBay? I mean, do you find a lot of your stuff? Because I know Marie's over there. She spends a lot of her time on eBay too.
Yeah. I can scroll this way, I can scroll this way.
That's hilarious.
And I bookmark a lot of things, and then I have to revisit some things and go, do I really want that? Do I need it? Am I trying to complete a specific part of a collection? Like when I got on my golf ball kick,
Oh.
I was like, all right, let's find all the golf balls branded by Delta because we've been a sponsor for the PGA and LPGA
Right.
for many years.
What's the last thing that you got here? What's the
Ooh.
newest thing, is what I mean.
Newest,
The newest addition to
one
the
of the newest
collection.
additions is a coffee server that is
In the
green.
galley?
It's in the galley. It's green.
We have a galley and a lav back here, by the way, just so everybody knows.
We'll call it green and yellow, but I will call it more harvest gold and avocado green.
Oh, is that from the 70s?
I believe it was.
Probably
It's a similar
avocado
shape to each of the other coffee servers that have progressed and then totally changed. But oh, and in the coffee collection, there is a little jar of instant coffee,
Oh.
which is very unique and specially branded from way back. And it says, "Attention stewardess, how to prepare this coffee."
Add hot water.
Add hot water and stir.
Step one. Add hot water. Okay, stir. 2 steps. 2 steps, because it's like clearly you guys would have figured that one out, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This has been great. This is nothing short of exceptional. Nothing short of exceptional. So
I'm very flattered and honored you took the time out of your schedule.
I'm going to
to
come
make it
back.
down.
I need to come back.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I have to, I'm serious. I almost cried when I came down here. There's such pride in just seeing all of the history here. Although I might want to get you
thank you.
some new mannequins. Some of the mannequins.
I'm hiring.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You can go to flythewidget.com/careers and
Excellent. All right. I'm going to help on the mannequin on the mannequin hunt. That will be my job.
Okay.
Perry, thanks for
Thank you,
joining us.
Gail.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing your home with us, because this is, like I said, I'm going to have to come back. This is an unbelievable experience, and I am
thank
truly
you.
grateful that you opened up your house to all of
thanks.
us.
I'm grateful that you're here, and
Thanks for joining, everybody. This
Thank
was a
you.
really special day.